Hey everyone, Sir Jellybean here, and I am back with Court Arms Gates for Ostfront with a tutorial, and this time we're talking US armoured cars and, well, I guess they're called BMPs, or whatever they're called, for, basically armoured vehicles, armoured cars, trucks, stuff like that. This is what falls into that kind of position on the editor. So there's a lot of choice with the US, some of these are just different variants, but we'll go through them all. So we'll jump straight into it, and as always, we will be showing ranges, inventory, weapons, all that goodness. So, this is a Howitzer version of the armoured car, 75mm HMC T30. So as you can see, it's got the forward 75mm and the back 50 cal, which is great. Comes with 48 HE, and, excuse me, 8 heat and 4 white phosphorus. Let's have a look at the range. The range is actually pretty good, if I remember correctly. It's quite far. Yeah, it's about 170. Pretty good. Let's pump that around just to see what can be done. Boom! So that's got some good hits. And the fact that you got that 50 on the back actually gives you quite a nice defensive weapon. If they're not armoured tracers, I don't know what they're armed with, but it looks cool. So great, and it's obviously got a crew of 5. It's pretty. The US vehicles are fairly quick, 72. They are low armour. You'll hear that from Puggo as well. The armour of the US, these vehicles is very low, especially on certain areas. So do be careful with them. They're definitely support units, but we're still a very good support weapon. Brings you a nice howitzer to come and support your troops with. Whoa! Whoops, ceasefire. Oops, needles. So as you can see here, this is just basically a 105mm variant, 5-man crew. It's got 50 caliber on the back. As always, it has 7 HE, 3 white phosphorus and 3 heat. And its range will be, what's its range? Oh, the range is quite short though, at 140-ish. We will pump that around, just show you. But that thing packs a massive wallop, so that's also going to be really useful. Same armour as the other thing. And it can carry some extra troops inside. Carry an extra 4 inside if you want to use it as a transport, but I wouldn't advise it. Next, we have the high-speed tractor. It's got no weapons, I think. Oh, yeah, it does have a top mount of 50 cal, but more for anti-air, but it can do something. This is for towing, I believe, and moving artillery pieces around. It's pretty 56 speed, very low armour. It's a different kind of vehicle, but kind of cool looking. Nice to see a tractor on the battlefield. I wouldn't advise it in combat. Next, we've got the 81mm Mortar Carrier. I really like this. This thing comes with a lot of ammunition. 75 HE rounds, 10 heavy HE rounds, and 10 smoke white phosphorus. This thing has quite a large range. I believe the range is about 160. So that's good for a mortar. It's got a good fire rate. It's pretty accurate as well, I think. The only bad thing, it fires from the rear. So it actually fires from behind. So let's do it like that. We'll show you. As you can see. Bang. Now this can be, you obviously have the 50 on the front as well. But the 50 on the front is forward mounted. It would have been a lot better if the mortar was forward mounted, but it is what it is. Still a very useful unit, very good support mortar. Not as good as the German one, because the German one faces forward, but still very useful. And this is just the mortar carrier on the M4 chassis, but this is armed with a 30 caliber instead of the 50, which is disappointing. It has the same ammunition types, I believe, so that's fine. So basically just a slightly different variant. This is better with a 50. M3A1 scout car. Just a scout car variant. It's, light armoured like the rest of them. Has no weapons. Don't use it. It looks quite nice though. Nice vehicle to ride around in. We have the M3A1 scout car. This is like your standard transport variant. It's got the 50 on the front, the 30 on the back. Excuse me. It's got same armour, same speed as the rest. Can carry 5 more crew in if you need it. But, useful for getting troops to the battlefield and can do a bit of suppression if needed. If you do need it, that is, which you're probably better off bringing one of the specialist variants. Then we have the 75mm GMC. This is kind of an anti-tank variant. Same armour as the rest, same speed, 72. But this thing is armed with a 75mm main gun. It's got 27 armour piercing, 28 HE and 3 white phosphorus. The range on this thing is... what is it? Oh, it's quite far away. It's just shy of 190, so we're going to pump that around just to show the power. Armour piercing, 1 load HE. Quite a quick reload. I like how it drops the shell out the back. Look, that was like slow-mo actually, that was cool. As you can see, lots of heavy firepower. The shell there getting chucked out, which is cool. So very good support thing if you need some anti-tank on like a light platform. Definitely go with that. Then we have the M3A1 Scout Car Commander. So it will basically have an officer looking out of it. Exact same as the other Scout Car, but it's got binoculars. It's very lightly armoured though, so do be careful with it. It will get ripped to pieces by an AT rifle, or even just an MG42 can shred, because the one bad thing about these US armoured cars is they're quite exposed when they stand up behind it, which defeats the point of being an armoured car or an armoured personnel carrier. Next, you have the 75mm GMC, which is very similar to this one, but this one is the M3A1, this one is the M3, so this is the downgraded variant. It's the exact same, but it doesn't have as a good a gun shield, basically. So pick the better variant. Simple as.
Aye, sir.
With a mortar carrier, but this one's on the M21, but this one has the mortar facing forward. Huzzah! That's what we wanted. And it has the 50 at the back, and that's exactly what you needed, and that is the better mortar carrier variant, so bring that, because the mortar can fire forward, which is far better. It's absolutely awesome. Same ammunition loadout as the other mortar carrier as well, so that's brilliant. M20, which is like a bit like the precursor to the Greyhound, 50 caliber, little armoured car, pretty nifty. Armour's not great, but you can use that quite easily, especially in skirmish, to run around and mop up squads. Nice little scout vehicle, pretty lethal with that 50, it has a lot of ammo, so I really like the M20, it's a cool looking vehicle, but it's quite futuristic to me. The MGMC M16, which has got these quad 50 cals, I shall demonstrate. And none shall survive. Thing is ridiculous. This thing is evil. It has a range of about 140, I think. This will shred infantry and light vehicles and aircraft. It is brutal. Run. If you see it, just kill it, basically. It is quite lightly armoured, but this thing shreds. It's unbelievably powerful against infantry. It's quite insane, to be fair. Fantastic. And it comes with quite a lot of ammo, so keep pumping. Next, the CGMC M15A1. Basically, it's got a 37mm anti-aircraft gun on the back. It's also got dual 50 calibers. So it packs quite a lot of firepower. It's good anti-air and good support vehicle. If you can set that up in a position, you're talking basically a bunker. It's very lightly armed, but it comes with a lot of firepower. It comes with quite a lot of ammunition as well. Not as much armor piercing, but enough for the 37 and enough for the 50s as well. So that's a bit of a multi-role anti-air, but it's not on, that is 360-degree turret. This one can only turn, I believe, about to here. Oh! Wait a minute. Oh, it can just shoot through the front. Well, that's alright then. So because of that glitch, that's just gone up in my books. That's really good. And its range is, I think it's a bit better, about 160. So that's not bad. So that could actually be quite useful. Good little bit of a glitch there. Find straight through the vehicle, I like it. Yes, this is the MG on just I think it's on the older platform, that's the M13, that's the M16. This is dual though, it's a quad, so not as good. So obviously stick with the quad, way better in every way. Then we've got the M8 Greyhound. This thing's a beast. It's obviously got the main 37mm gun. It's got 50 caliber and the 30 caliber. So this thing packs a massive punch. You get 23 armor piercing rounds, 56 HE, a butt ton of machine gun rounds. It's mobile. It's got steep, lowish armor, but it's mobile, and it is quite nasty. And this thing's good for flanking and doing some nasty little, raiding missions. I really do like the M8 Greyhound. It's a beast. And the M3A1 half track, this is the more ready version. You got the 50 cal on the turret ring, so it can spin all the way around. That's great. And this thing can obviously carry, up to 13 men, so another 11. So you can carry a squad. That's probably one of the best APCs for the US and one of the best in the game. It's very cool with that 50 caliber. I do like it. Obviously, still quite lightly armed though, so do be careful. Say that though, the German half tracks have 8mm armor as well, so they're it's nothing against the US. I'm just saying it is. Just be careful because they're not that well armed. M3 half track, just the older variant. Take the M3A1 with the turret ring, far better. And last but not least, one of my favourites, the M2 half track, because it has 50 at the front and then the 30s on the side. This thing can do some nasty stuff when you're driving into towns. It can also carry another 6 men in. Good for a small squad. This thing can go in and do some damage. As you can see, a lot of these do have anti-tank mines in, I've just realised. So a lot of these vehicles are packing anti-tank mines in on them, which is awesome. So your squad has access to some anti-tank mines, which is nice. So you can raid those half tracks and lay down anti-tank mines. And these are the big old anti-tank mines. These are the big chunky ones. So that's really cool. I didn't realise that. So that's a nice little tidbit for the end. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. I hope you found. I need to do the ranges on the Greyhound, the main gun. Should be about 170. Yeah, 170. So that makes sense. I hope you found it useful. The US has a nice plethora, lots of variation of vehicles. I do think the Germans win on the new half tracks because they've got some insane stuff, but the US has more than enough to do whatever you want, basically. You can add this in any flavour to your force, and it will give you lots of options. So hopefully this has opened your eyes a bit to what the US can bring, and you'll have some fun doing it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. Thanks for watching, everyone, and you guys have a fantastic day.